What's up, Wavetrains? It's your girl Wavy here, and I'm back today with another video. And if you looked at the title, I was going to give you some updates about some big life changes that I am about to go through. So, the biggest life change, it's only one, y'all. Your girl ain't getting married yet. Not getting married yet. However, another big life change is concerning my health. I have decided to get the gastric sleeve done. VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So vertical sleeve gastrectomy. That is what I'm getting done. I'm in the process, the beginning stages now. I do not have my date as of yet, but I should have it by March. I should have my date. So I did it for, of course, medical reasons and just overall health. I want to be healthy. I have a soon-to-be 10-year-old coming up, so I want to be able to like move around and do stuff with him. You know, it's not even about vanity reasons. It's just overall health. As you guys know, I had a total knee replacement a little over 2 years ago, and I'm not trying to get my other knee done. I've had osteoarthritis since I was a child. Yeah, extra weight, you know, puts pressure on your joints and things like that. And when you already have a joint disease issue, which a lot of people don't know, that is also considered autoimmune disease, you know, getting extra weight off of you helps. I haven't did like all the crazy fad diets, but I did the eating every 3 hours. I tried to work out, and a lot of people like, just work out. But when you have other issues, like I can't do high impact stuff like I used to, because my bones is like, no ma'am. I suffer from migraine, so I can't do a lot of stuff that raises my blood pressure too high, because I will get dizzy and I will pass out. I'm not trying to go through all that. So those were my reasons for getting it. So I just want to let you guys know. So I will be documenting the journey. I had my first initial appointment on the 21st. Today is the 30th. Today is January 30th. So like 2 weeks ago, I had my first initial appointment. I met with my dietitian, and I have to have they make you do a psychiatric evaluation. So I have that scheduled for next month. Like I said, probably by March, the beginning of March or so, I should have my date planned. And the girl is here. So she is here because she is going to share her experience, because my sister actually had the same procedure done a year ago.
It's a year and 3 days ago.
Okay, so a year and 3 days, you want to be specific. So she had it done, so I'm just going to ask her a few questions as to like, why did she get it, you know, did she experience like any pros or cons or anything like that. So my professional voice. So Chantel, what brought you to the decision to get the VSG?
Well, pretty much my whole life I've always dealt with weight problems. It wasn't until I was about several doctors in, and about 24 to where somebody actually figured out that I had PCOS. If you don't know what that is, polycystic ovarian syndrome. There's a lot of different like symptoms with it. One of them is basically losing weight is almost not impossible, but it makes it extremely hard to lose weight. So the first thing my doctor suggested was the surgery. I was one of those people who nobody's cutting on me. I thought it was the easy way out, and I just, you know, I tried everything before taking that route. So being 24 in my 20s, feeling like I'm 80, that's not a good thing. My knee was, it was kind of bad because I got in a car accident, but all the extra weight made it worse. Back problems, like it was not, I didn't feel like a 20-year-old, let's put it like that. So it took me 3 years to decide to go through with surgery. After many of the quick diets, my doctor put me on like different medication like Adipex to, you know, help lose weight. The most I lost on my own was 30 pounds. And then I just plateaued. So I tried everything I could. I tried to avoid the surgery as much as possible. But after doing my own research outside of just, you know, people telling me to do it, I finally was comfortable enough with starting that process and starting that journey of going through the surgery or getting surgery.
So so we have like two different I want to say like reasons as to why. Like she has an issue, of course I have medical issues. My weight really didn't become a problem until 2014, and that's when my health drastically changed. And it was fine, but after so many doctors and different medications that they put me on, coupled with, you know, depression and stress, because I did not know what was going on. Like when I tell people like my life changed in one day, it literally did. Like I went to work May 7th, 2014. That was the last day I've ever worked. And from that day on, like, you know, I've told you guys about, you know, going blind, seizures, about 4 or 5 different spinal taps, all of that stuff, and to this day still do not have a complete diagnosis. So, you know, medical issues, depression, stress, all that other stuff, you know, weight gain and everything. So that was my reason as to why. Now, when as far as the process, a lot of people think you say, oh, I just want to go get the weight loss surgery and you can get it done. It is not that easy. You can't just walk into a doctor's office and be like, I want to get the sleeve. And they be like, sure, we'll schedule you for a month out. No. So that is why they make you meet with a dietitian to see what your eating habits are. They make you do a psych eval, because a lot of people are not like mentally stable enough to have this surgery. And I think I haven't had mine done. Did you have one?
I did have to have a psych eval. It really depends on your insurance. I think the psych eval is like at least like everybody has to do that if I'm not mistaken, but it does depend on your insurance on the things they do have you do. I had my stress test, had a psych eval, I had to have an EKG done. The psych eval, like you said, a lot of people aren't mentally stable to have it, and what I mean by that is people think they get the surgery, I lose weight, I'm good. It's not, I mean, again, it does depend on the person. Everybody's journey is different, but you may plateau, like, right, it may even take you a couple months to even start losing something. Some people only lose 5 pounds in the first month, and then they just feel like, oh, all is lost, and that's, you know, not the case. It takes time. You didn't gain weight overnight, you're not gonna lose it overnight. So
people that's like, oh, you can't eat chips, you can't eat that, because you're just gonna, you know, spiral downhill. And I'm like, oh, relax, like, it's not that serious. Like, everybody is different. You do have the people like in the movies, which I think that is a horrible portrayal, when a girl is upset or something, or breaking, and they sitting there with all the cream. It ain't even, it be the big gallon, and they just, well, what are your views on people that think having the sleeve done is the easy way out?
Well, like I said before, I actually was one of the people that thought it was the easy way out, because I would see people smaller than me getting it, and I'm like, girl, do a couple sit-ups, you'll be alright. But not knowing, like I said, everybody's life is different, everybody's journey is different, everybody get it for a different reason. It is by no means the easy way out. I like to think I have a high tolerance for things. I can handle things. I hadn't had a surgery before that. I think the only thing I've had was my tonsils out. But I was like 14, 15, so you know, I got the ice cream, I was fine. Right after, out of surgery, fresh out of surgery, I was in the worst pain ever. I'm not trying to scare anybody. It's just, I was in the worst pain because I was nauseated. They said I just had some blood that was settled in my stomach and I had to get it out. Once that was out the way, I was fine. But of course, imagine just having to have your stomach cut off and then you're vomiting. That hurts extremely bad. So that was the only like issue I had right after surgery. The main thing I suggest is, well, we'll get into that later, but again, it's not the easy way out, because you have to, it's not like okay, I'm gonna put it like this. If I give you a picture frame and I give you some nails and a hammer and I say hang this up, it's not gonna magically hang it up. You have to put in the work to hang that picture up. So this surgery is a tool. So it helps you reach your goals. If you get the surgery and you literally do nothing, nothing's gonna change, and it's not gonna help you whatsoever. You do have to work, and you do have to, you know, work out, eat right, because I mean, it'll get you into a habit, but you can literally stretch your stomach back out, and then it's just gonna be a waste. So
yeah, and I just want a better quality of life. I have a child, like I want to be able to you know, play with him, and low-key, like, kids are cruel. So I never wanted him to get to the point, even though he's in virtual school and we're out somewhere, and then somebody be like, ugh, your mama fat, or just saying, you know, kids just say anything, and I didn't want that to be an issue. Not, like I said, it's not a vanity thing, but I just want a better quality of life. I want to be able to, you know, be here for the long run for him. Like,
yeah, that's the most annoying thing, because again, like I said, it took me 3 years to decide to go that way, because I would literally work out 5 to 6 days a week and nothing, at the most lose 2 pounds in a month. Nothing would happen, and I'm like, I'm getting to the point I'm straining, what's it called, spraining my ankle, my knee popped out of place one time. Like, I'm messing myself up because I'm putting all this extra work in and nothing's happening. So I'm like, okay, am I doing something wrong? I mean, I changed what I'm eating. I will go, I mean, I already don't have an appetite, but I would fast more than the normal fasting would be.
That's the new trendy thing, is intermittent fasting now. Like, I'm like, most people do that.
My blood pressure be too low. I mean, I ain't knocking it. Blood sugar, one of them. But I ain't knocking anybody who does it. It's just not me.
But make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, and you're not just doing it to try to hurry up and lose weight as a quick fix. Just like keto diet, we're not knocking that, but it's a lot of other health issues that can arise from you doing like a high fat diet and stuff. Because I'm not gonna just be frying some cheese and making pizza on some cheese. Yeah, because pizza, I done seen people do pizza and instead of using the crust, they make it cheese and stuff. That's too much for me.
But it was too much cheese.
I
like
love
the
cheese.
Crust is cheese.
Yeah.
And then it's just
trust me, I love cheese. But like I said, again,
crunchy. You know how pizza crust is like?
I can't too much oily stuff. I love bacon. But maybe that bacon be like, I hope it was tasty, because now you about to be in the bathroom. So it's just that. So I want to, you know, as I say, once your girls start getting so thick out of these streets, I want y'all to think I'm on that stuff.
I had a friend inbox me because I would post pictures and everything like that, and people like, oh, good for, some people be like, good for you, you doing your thing, I see you. But then I had a friend inbox me, who was like, when she found out I had the surgery, she was like, oh, that's what's wrong with you, girl, I thought you was sick.
Like, it's okay to ask.
I mean, do I look like a crackhead?
And that's the thing, like, you don't realize, you know, how big you gotten until you look back at pictures of yourself. Like the last snack crate we just did, I almost did not want to upload that video, because I looked at it, I said I look like a freaking pumpkin. For one, I had on a daggone tangerine looking shirt. I looked like a pumpkin, and I was like, that ain't hot, that ain't hot.
I mean, I still have.
So what, yeah, so I'm gonna answer her question, but yeah, I look back, and then I would look back at pictures of myself from like 2014 and stuff, and I was small. Your girl was out here looking snatched. And then I'm like, now my face and got fat again. I'm just, no, it's just not the look. So, as far as, I know a lot of people, they say when they lose weight, like they don't really notice, but when did you actually start, like it really set in, like, oh, okay, wait a minute, I was that big and now I look like this? Like,
because I started taking pictures right away, obviously, because I wanted to document my progress. But as it went on, like, I didn't see a change. I only noticed a difference in my clothes, the way they were fitting. And then I don't remember how far in I was. I think I was 6 months in, because the doctor said I was doing good. I was way ahead of, you know, losing weight. I was losing almost like 40 pounds a month. I took a picture and my waist was like, hey, where you at? I was like, oh, okay, this waist. That was the first thing to come together, was my waist. So I think it was about, I want to say 6-7 months in before I actually start to see a difference. Look at myself every day.
Well, yeah, I mean, and definitely, and people gotta understand too, the first like month or so, like you're gonna be still swollen. So people don't think, they think, oh, it's like just laparoscopic, so it's not a big decision. Then they're rearranging stuff and all in your gut. So what will be, if any, your like cons or pros? Because I don't want to say cons all the time. So what are your takeaways from the surgery since you're a year out now?
Well, like I said, everyone's journey is different. So what my pros and cons are may not be for you. Like straight out of surgery, the gas kills me. Like, I also had a hernia. Is that what it is? A hernia? Hiatal hernia. So like, they tell you to walk, you know, to get that gas, because if you don't, that's gonna hurt. Literally the pain, I didn't use any of my pain meds at all. The pain for me only lasted a few days. I was out and home, I think after 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
I think. The only, honestly, it sounds so cliche, but I wish I would have did it earlier. That's my pro. Like, I just wish, because it was so quick. The recovery was quick. It was, the process, especially with the surgeon and his staff, was so effortless. They were nice. Like, the whole entire process was way less intense than I thought. So I wish I would have did that way earlier in life. My only takeaway is get used to loose skin. Like I said, depends on the person, depends on how big you work, depends on if you actually work out. I mean, you can literally be in the gym all day, every day, but losing weight rapidly, you're gonna have loose skin. You're just gonna have loose skin. So some, again, depends on your insurance or what you're working with. Some people actually do the excess skin removal. So if that's an option for you, go ahead. But get used to loose skin. That's the only thing I don't like. When I get the chance, I'm getting a thigh lift, baby. Cause I had a lot of weight in my thighs. Wherever you hold the most weight, you're gonna have some loose skin. My arms don't really bother me. I never really had big arms, but
see, and that's one of my arms are like my self-conscious zone. Like, I don't like the fact that my arms are big. So hopefully, like, I've been following another girl and we were like about the same, like, body size wise. Look, well, her midsection was way bigger than mine is now. But like, as far as arm wise, and she's like 7 months out and her arms are like slim, but you can tell like she don't have a lot of loose skin and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know, I may have to get some of those like central things and stuff like that. Like, so
another pro / con would be, depending on your relationship with food, is to get used to like portion control. That was like my biggest struggle. Like, my thing is, I never ate all day. I could literally go all day without eating, and then I'll get hungry at night, because most of my work schedule, I'm usually off late. So that's usually when I'll eat. And the surgery, actually, because I didn't know if that would be good for me. I was like, I thought the surgery was only for people who overate. And they were like, no, if you know what they call binge eating, go all day without eating, then eat a big meal, it'll help you eat constantly, because your stomach's only, I think they said it's
3 ounces.
like a cup.
Yeah, she told me 3 ounces.
I thought it was bigger than that.
She said 3 ounces, and it's like the width of like a dime.
They do it too much. 80% of your stomach got up. Because I'm like, my stomach, they ain't take that much. They try to kill you.
No, she said they take like 70 to 80%.
Yeah, they ain't no die.
And that hurt like width wise going down, like not the little pouch part of the stomach, but going down. That's what she was saying. Like, so you can't eat a lot because it'll get stuck and you feel like. So like,
I was about to say, girl, you ain't gonna have no stomach. You just
waste away.
But
no, he looks like Jack Skellington.
Portion control, because like, I would honestly think, I know I couldn't eat as much as I used to, but I would still get the same amount, and then 2 bites in and I'm like nauseated because I overate. Like, you have to get used to portion control. I would suggest they actually have plates that have, you know, the little
little kid plates.
Yeah, like the kid plates where you can divide your food, because first out there's phases. Obviously, you liquid, soft, and then liquid, puree, soft, and then you can gradually go back to regular food. People was actually pureeing like meats and stuff. I'm not. Just imagine putting steak in the blender. I didn't do it. My go-to was like potatoes and grits, and they said I could eat that. That was in the book. So I ate my applesauce, my potatoes, and my grits.
Yeah, I don't eat applesauce. I'll be eating potatoes and some grits.
That was my go-to. The grits was my favorite.
If I get a piece of turkey and it's really, really thin sliced, I just
no? I couldn't eat sunflower seeds.
Well, no, because it can get stuck in the lining. That's why she said when I do smoothies, I can't have any smoothies that have with
like the
any seeds or anything. But yeah, so those are her pros and cons. My thing is this whole, oh, that's another thing you guys will have to get used to if you're getting the surgery or whatever. The eating and drinking at the same time. Can't do that.
I just had some food. I ate half of it. Obviously, that's all I could eat. Waited 20 minutes, ate the other half. The whole time I didn't drink anything.
I tried that the other day and she yelled at me and was like, dog, you ain't had the surgery yet. Drink. I was like, but I'm trying to get used to this. But I got used
to it, so.
And
I can sip. I can take a sip, but that's it. I can't, like, you know how you go out to eat and you just drink a little and
you can't do that. You can't do that no more.
Cat food.
Yep. I'm like, what? It's going to evaporate before it get down the throat.
My suggestion, I always drink my liquid first because that digests quicker than food. Like, so I get my liquid, but then at the same time you're gonna be too full to eat. You gotta do what works for you. You
will figure it out as you go. And another thing is protein. Get your protein in after you have your surgery. I'm sure your surgeon and your doctors will tell you that. So right now, because like I said, I don't have my surgery date yet, but I'm trying to get all the things and find out what I like. That way when it is time for me to have my surgery, I won't be scrambling trying to find out, oh, which protein I like or stuff. So I bought one that my sister told me about, and it doesn't have a taste. Only thing is the smoothie mix that my mama bought is not the one that I got, so I just didn't like the smoothie taste. So I'm gonna get the one that I use. But this is the one she liked.
This is actually one of the suggestions they may suggest. I think it's pronounced Isopure or something like that. Isopure. This is one of my favorites. It's only has, they really suggest that you take anything less than 3 grams of carbs in it. This only has 2, and the proteins is 20. I believe your recommended protein intake is 60 grams, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe it's 60 grams. So if this is 20, you can mix this in water. So 3 bottles of water a day throughout the day, you'll be fine.
Yes, and make sure you get. And the main thing my dietitian was telling me is to make sure you get your liquids in, because there's people out here that don't like drinking water. I don't know what your kidneys is looking like, but you need to be drinking water. That's probably why you said.
That's why I would suggest that, because they do have some protein powders. That's more like a smoothie. But if you're not a smoothie person, you can get your water in your protein.
And you can get. They told me like you can get anything that's sugar free. So like I'm looking, she got the Country Time. So you get like the Crystalites, the Mios, the what else is it? Bio water or something like that. Yeah, it's or Bayo or something. And you can just look it up, like zero calorie or zero sugar drinks, and you can pull up a ton of them. But when you go to your doctor, they'll probably recommend you and give you a list of things that you can get. So I don't know if I have anything else. Does anything else you want to say?
Well, yeah, a lot of the things are okay. One of my things I was honestly throwing there. If you want to do the surgery, please do your own research and do it for yourself. There are gonna be people who talk down on it. Well, I know people who did it and they ain't do it. Oh, I ain't here. Oh, it is the easy way. Oh, you late. It's people gonna talk. People gonna have something to say.
People are literally vain. They just want to get it because they don't want to do it. But then if they would have got it, then it was like, oh, I didn't know I had to do all this stuff.
Yeah, because if you're a pop drinker, you can't drink that. I didn't drink pop, but I was one of those
seltzer
fizzy water drinkers. I can't
can't drink it because the carbonation.
If I do, I gotta put more water in it. So it's like when you give a kid juice and you put water in it,
you water it down.
So do it for you. Like I said, do your research. Find the best doctor. If you have to go through separate doctors, please do. They better have something that's best.
I know, exactly. That was some of the main things I was looking for. I'm glad you brought that up. Looking for when I was going to a doctor. I wanted to feel comfortable. I wanted the doctor to actually listen. I didn't want to feel like I was getting rushed. Like if I had questions, I wanted them to be able to, sit and answer my question. And I didn't want to feel like I was getting judged by, deciding to do that. So thankfully, where I'm going, of course I'm not going to disclose all that until later, but where I'm going, they were like super nice. All the way down from the intake nurses to the the LPN that came and talked about your insurance and stuff, down to the doctor and the dietitian. So far, everybody has been super nice. They even asked, like, if you got any questions, write them down. If you can't remember, you know, you can send me an email and stuff like that. So that was the main thing that I was looking for, because just with medical stuff in general, I have come across some rude doctors, and I had to tell them about themselves. And you are the patient. They're working for you at the end of the day. So you have the right to, you know, refuse their service and find somebody else and stuff. So don't feel like because you started with this person, that's the doctor you got to end with. If you don't feel comfortable and, you know, you feel like I just don't like the vibe and the feeling that I'm feeling at this doctor, go find somewhere else. That's why it's a good thing to, you know, look up doctors. Just like you look up restaurants and they got Yelp reviews, look up the Yelp reviews on these doctors.
Because my primary doctor referred me to a surgeon who she sends a lot of her patients to, patients to, for that surgery. And he was just one of those cocky, I know what I'm doing.
Oh.
I know why you're here. Like, sir, excuse me, can I talk? You're gonna need this done because you can't lose weight by yourself. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, excuse, that was rude, but okay, thank you. So, just because my doctor referred him doesn't mean I have to go to him. So I went through 3 other people before I decided it was farther out than I wanted to go, but hey,
yeah,
I'd rather go do that.
Definitely do your research. Do your research. If you know anybody that's had it done, talk to them. And I don't know what is with the secrecy that some people, I guess they don't want people to know they did it. Then you see them and all of a sudden they got something. You like, or they do that fake workout picture. They'll go to the gym like take.
To be honest, I didn't tell a lot of people when I would post my pictures or whatever. I mean, I wasn't lying. Like, I worked out in the gym,
but you know, because you put the hashtags though. Yeah, if they paid attention, they would have known.
A lot of people don't read. Reading is fundamental, but they don't read. But on Facebook, when I post on my story, you can't post hashtags. Yeah, I mean you can, but. Like when I would post the side by sides, I share the same thing on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and so people would constantly inbox me like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, you know, y'all got my Instagram, but anyway, and I would tell them if they asked, I told them. Yeah, I'm not sitting here, girl. Yeah, you gotta work out, you gotta eat this. No, we not about to turn around and come out with no fitness program and be charging y'all $10. Charging y'all, it's only $10. You can get my fitness ebook. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna share my experience, you know, what it's like going through it. If you guys didn't know, I am 39. Like I said, I've had a total knee replacement 2 years ago. I've suffered with osteoarthritis my whole life, and I'm also an asthmatic, but thank the Lord that is under control. But so it is just showing it from a person's perspective that has other, you know, major health issues and not just weight. So that's part of the reason I'm gonna just tell you guys more. And I'm actually gonna like do more of like a video journal, because that's basically what vlogging is. So like it may be some days that I'm like, look y'all, I want a cookie or I want this. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to ask. Like I said, just for like personal references or personal reasons, I will not be disclosing like the name of the doctor or, you know, the hospital I'm going to and stuff like that, even though it ain't even but a handful of y'all that watch me. But you never know, there's some creepers out there. But that's about it. So we'll be doing updates. If you want to see my journey,
oh yeah, you can follow her,
_of_her_cutie on Instagram. I mean, it's not all about my journey, but it's on there.
It's on there. She got some stuff. I'll be doing that. My channel is not gonna change. It's not gonna be just my VSG journey, but thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you have any comments, leave them down below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Follow us on all of our social medias. Thumbs up this video and subscribe if you haven't. Did I say that already? Okay, whatever. Y'all know what to do. Do it. And until then, we'll see you guys. Hope we see you guys, which will be in a minute. Bye.